good intro song for a show because it's only 2 minutes long. Welcome to Keep Me Alive. It's the year in review show and the preview show for next year that we can talk about at the end of next year. Anyway,
preview show.
I have some lovely gentlemen with me tonight in two separate places in the country. Dean from Amplifiers. He is the guitar player for Amplifiers. He is with us tonight from Pittsburgh. Welcome, Dean.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thanks, Scott.
Last time Dean was on, he was sitting in a chair at Music on Main, and we did it.
Yeah, just down the road.
So, and Kevin from To Bloom is with us. Clear out, way out, way west from me and Dean in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm coming in from California, but yes, we're definitely based in Portland. Thoroughly,
definitely way away from us.
Oh yeah, as far away as I could get. Okay.
Welcome back, man. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too, dude.
How's it going in Bloomingdale's? I don't know.
Bloomingdale's. It's good. We've been taking a bit of a break from shows, although we do have one next month, or next year, I guess. But we've been trying to work on a full-length LP right now, which is quite the undertaking. But we're excited for it. So that's the current goal right now.
Speaking of the undertaking, since this is the review show, I had a band on from San Diego called The Undertaking. I don't know if you've seen those clips I did around the time that they were on. My throat was very sore after doing that for like 3 weeks before that show. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that just every time somebody says that, see, the reason I yell because there's an exclamation point at the end. It's just like if somebody writes in caps, they're yelling at you, pretty much, you know.
Yeah, you're just not being faithful to the band if you don't say it like that.
Right? Yeah, and they didn't tell me not to do it, so I do it every time. Anyway, so it's quite an undertaking.
Nice.
But, so now when you say that, anytime in your life from now on, I'm just.
I'll think of that. Yeah.
You know,
just a bit of urgency.
I was gonna make like a clip earlier in the week with some things from the year, but that would have taken a long time to just dissect all. I had like 5, and then I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm just not gonna do this. If you want to watch it, just go to YouTube and watch it. Speaking of going to YouTube and watch it, I have what's today, the 30th? Is it today the 30th?
29. I don't. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, I have until the 1st to get 300 subscribers, and I'm 5 away. 5 away. That was my goal for last year. Was 300.
I think we can make that happen. We'll cross promote.
Well, we thought we could make that happen when me and Tom were on right before Christmas, and that was a while ago. Everybody, text your mom, text your mother, and tell them to text their friends.
If they don't like Acute Mania Live, they're gonna forever have bad luck for the next 5 years at least.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dean said it.
That's right. It's gonna come through an email chain though, and it's gonna have at least someone's nan.
Yeah,
and a re email chain.
I have to respond
100%.
You must do that, especially if it comes from Facebook.
It also has to originate from an AOL account though.
I got these. You guys have a nice Christmas?
I did, yes. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Did Santa Claus treat you well?
Yes, Father Christmas was very kind to me.
Saint Nick. Oh, I dropped the lid again. Okay, I'm getting rid of this. My nephew and my mother found this. My dad got a new Jeep, not for Christmas. I don't know. He just got one, I guess. It was before Christmas. And when he was cleaning out his other one, he found this thing. I guess they got it from Chick-fil-A whenever the kids were younger. It was under the seat somewhere. I think they washed them off because it had to have been sticky. You would just assume. But it's Chick-fil-A kids cards, and I was looking through these. Because my nephew gave it to me. He goes, "You should use this on your show," and it's actually a good idea because they're like conversation starter questions for if you're having dinner with your kids and you don't know what to talk about.
Oh,
I don't have any kids, so I don't know how that would work. But
we'll be your kids.
But there's some funny ones like, "What are you thankful for? What's the best part about being a kid? You know?
Oh,
what's the thing you like most about today?"
Yeah, conversation prompts. I like it.
That's positive, yeah.
But I kept a few of them. I'm if I get into a situation where I don't know what to ask, like if a band's being weird, there's quite a few of those. Where they're just kind of not participating like they should.
Those creative types,
Oh yeah, And then you get like the ones that they don't say anything before we go live, and then as soon as we go live, there's that one guy in the back that just doesn't stop talking. Like I have to interrupt him to be able to keep the show going. You know, it's
no doubt.
you guys never had any problem with that, so
Nice.
I'm not calling
That's
you.
why we're back.
That's
right.
that's why you're invited back.
Yeah.
You're on the list. Who's taught you a lot about life? I mean,
Wow.
it's kind of funny, but I would-
Scott, what's the biggest production show you saw in 2022? Like biggest production.
Mine.
Could be like
No,
a s-
Zoinks.
well, like, what do you mean?
like so a show that you attended, right? It was like a big, massive production, whether it was a stadium tour or it was an arena tour or something.
I stray away from arenas and stadiums anymore, just because
Okay, that's fair.
it's not personable anymore. You know, like those were fun. Like I did go see Tool in Perfect Circle, and you know, and I was way up in the nosebleeds, and you know, it's just what's the point when
Gotcha.
when it's over, you leave. You know, I like
So
to it's over. I like to go to the merch table and talk to the band, and you know, hey, you want to come on and keep me live? You know, shit like that. So you know,
I would pick that any day over.
but I have been to. I was actually a part of a really big production recently
Okay.
in Clarksburg, right down the road.
Can you talk about that or no?
Yes. I'm talk about it. I was the MC for Flaw and Fall of Babylon and Scare Tape. It was a fundraiser at local theater down in Clarksburg, and to be able to meet and hang, I had a freaking dressing room. I mean, it was crazy, like with a shower and
Oh, that's awesome.
but I got to hang out with the band Flaw. I don't know if you guys remember them from like early 2000s era.
I can't say I do.
It's not ringing a
have-
bell.
I have to look at the anyway, but I mean they've been all over the country, all over the world touring, and you know they just been around. They know everybody, and the real Chris was on my show. Chris Boltz, the lead singer, was on my show like a couple weeks before that show, and that's by far my most views, for one show is just having, because I mean it's crazy. And I had the chat room enabled, and I had somebody here with me, so I said, Tracy, you deal with that. I wasn't even going to make a chat room because I always have a chat room for the show. But I mean, it was just scroll. I mean, just so many people asking questions and shit. A lot of trolls and a lot of like, but like Tracy was reading the comments like the day after. She was reading the comments in the chat and everything, like how there's some people be like, what are you talking about this for? What are you talking about this? I'm like, you can't read that stuff. I never go back and read, unless it's a positive comment,
Yeah, that's a lot of info.
Yeah, you just get to a point where it'll drive you crazy. It's like looking at analytics. You can't look, or Spotify streams, or it just drive you. It's like watching the stock market. It constantly changes. I don't have any Spotify streams, by the way, but
all the analytics. That's my expertise. That's what I do.
But that would probably be, production wise, that'd probably be the best, because it was in a theater, and it was all the theater equipment, and Claw had a, what do they call it, a rider of things that you had to have at wherever they play. So
yeah,
and their rider list for like dressing room things, like items, was comical. Just random things like why do you need 2 jars of honey? I know like honey is like something that for a singer that I guess I don't know.
Yeah, and you figure, are they asking for that at every night?
But I mean, 2 different sizes. Like, why do you need 2? There's only one singer. Are they using it for something else that we don't want to talk about on the show, or
It could be.
I'm
thinking.
I mean, it was like normal, like 5th of Fireball, 12-pack Angry Orchard.
Yeah,
for the girls or something. But there was no
12-pack of Angry Orchard.
Yeah,
that plus Fireball sounds pretty good, to be honest.
And that sounds bomb, like a fireball bomb. Oh, I went to the legendary Milestone in Charlotte twice. That's where I went a couple weekends ago. But I went back in I believe it was the beginning of October for a festival, an all day. Well, it was an all weekend thing, but I only went for Saturday. And it's bands all weekend, but it was bands all day Saturday, and a few guests that I've had on, previous guests that I've met in person. So
cool.
That was probably the coolest place that I've been in the past year. Other than
Dean,
that.
what big productions have you been to lately?
Yeah. You went to Cleveland. Who did you see in Cleveland? Who was that? You and Cy went up there.
That's right. Cy and I drove across to Cleveland to see Apocalyptica and
Oh.
a band called Wheel. But specifically Wheel, I discovered them, immediately sent it aside. We vibed on their album, and like immediately booked tickets as soon as they announced their US tour. It was their first time through the US. It was an amazing tour. And that was my first time at House of Blues. But as far as big productions, I saw Tool when they came through Pittsburgh in March of 2022. And that was an amazing show. But then uniquely enough, my wife was also able to just get free tickets through work to go see Machine Gun Kelly at the same
wow.
stadium. And obviously those are very polarizing genres and very, very different, let's say, expected crowds as far as age ranges. But that being said, both of those production values were insane for, what kind of value they're bringing.
That Peterson Event Center you saw Tool?
Both of them were at Console.
Okay.
So they were at the big ice hockey arena in Pittsburgh. So
the new Igloo.
The new Igloo.
Igloo, right? They still call it that?
I mean, I'm sure if you called it the Igloo, people will get it from Pittsburgh, but I mean,
they don't really. That's not the Igloo, though.
Yeah, it's not the Civic Arena.
Yeah. What did they explode? They imploded that one, didn't they?
I think that was before my time in Pittsburgh, so I don't recall.
It's not there anymore, but they put in its place probably like a DoubleTree or something.
I was definitely around for when they did the really crazy implosion of Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was part of Taking Back Sunday's music video for I think it was Make Damn Sure. There's like a scene where it shows the stadium like collapsing in a circle.
Do you remember? Speaking of Civic Arena, do you remember what was the Sudden Death? Remember that movie where Van Damme's like hanging and the thing's closing up in the movie?
I don't know that scene, but I know there have been many different big productions that filmed in and around Pittsburgh.
I was at what was I doing? I think I was at the Science Center or something up by the stadium, and they were filming like Batman or something.
Okay, yeah,
something like that. Was that what was going on like a few years ago? Probably.
I mean, a few years ago at this point could be.
I don't live in a big city.
It could be like 8. It could be 10.
I don't know.
So they definitely shot Batman. They definitely have been shooting more recently a lot of Tom Hanks stuff. There were a few like Netflix. For Tom Hanks, the big one before was the Mr. Rogers, and there was another one afterwards. I don't remember what it was, but
yeah, the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. Yeah, I glanced at that movie. I think I fell asleep actually, which sucks. I need to go back because I grew up on Mr. Rogers. He's my homie.
I think practically all of us grew up on Mr. Rogers.
It must have been relaxing.
Well, I mean,
well,
yeah. It was for what I saw. It was pretty good. Tom Hanks can do anything. He could do any part.
Hasn't he been dubbed like America's dad or something like that because he's such a classy gentleman?
Or America's daddy? Could be that.
Could be, but depending on how you say that, it could go wrong.
Context, what circles? I did see I went to open mic last night, and Samuel James is a local singer-songwriter, and just the way he had his hat on, and he looked like Tom Hanks when he was in Big.
Oh, nice!
It's exactly like him. And I put it on my Instagram earlier, but if you didn't catch it, I'll post it again.
Oh, I think I
have to.
Caught that, briefly.
It kind of, I think he kind of got embarrassed because he didn't see it until after he was done playing.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny." So Dean was before you got on, Kevin. I asked Dean about the new Amplifiers album because it's been quite a few years since there's been one, and I'm ready. And I kind of got teased.
Me too.
They came down here and played over my birthday in September at Music on Main and played their new song, which is like 11 minutes long. But it was badassery, though. I mean, that song is. And the only way I can listen to it is watch the video that I took on my phone. That's the only way I can listen to it. But it's awesome.
So, that song is completely written as far as the structure of it. I doubt that there will be many, many changes to it because most of the mapping as far as the stage lighting and things like that has been done. Now, as far as the studio version of the song, I don't know because we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But again, What I like to say is this is very much a pet project and a brainchild of Size, and we all collaborate on the dynamic of the band. But it can only move as fast as when Size ready, and that's what makes it such a wonderful project to work on, because there's no pressure to perform. There's no, you know, there's no
It's
there's
like
no pressure, if that makes sense. It really is a hobby.
this
That's
is
good.
part of the song, correct, Dean? This
Yeah,
is
What the hell?
those are like one of the
this is
first
what they
original lyrics that
gifted
he
me.
printed.
They all signed it and put "Happy Birthday" on it when they came down and played. They gifted me with this when we did the show from Music on Main.
Nice.
So it's part of the lyrics from that. I can I can hear I don't know what part of the song this is. I
Mhm.
need to, but I can hear it. I can hear the song when I read it. I can sing it. Okay, ready? No, I'm kidding. That other thing up here, Kevin, we'll get to in a second. This is something I need to show you. This has something to do with To Bloom.
Oh shit.
What I
Wait, is it-
can't what I can tell you is that we have like all the videos from Music on Main, and we plan on doing something with them eventually.
Yeah. That place is so nice, and
It's such a great
he doesn't get
spot.
he doesn't
I
get
wish
the
we had a
crowd
space
he
like
should,
that.
You know, what is it? What'd you say?
Music on Main.
No, what'd you say before that?
Oh, I wish we had a place like that. I'm trying to
Oh, yeah,
find
yeah.
I'm trying to find the teaser video that I posted, so I can just send it to you, because it's
Oh yeah.
a bit longer than a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying, Music on Main's a great spot.
Amplifiers does they program their own lights for all their songs and stuff, and it's just it's mesmerizing, but it's awesome because
I'll
it's
tell
like
you,
it's
I'll
focused
tell you
on
who
the music.
does, I'll tell you who does amazing lights, and was kind of a local show, if you will, that Amplifiers got to play with. I feel I said it before, but I was stunned watching it. But Junius puts on a great show with their lighting game. So they have been longtime friends with Psy for many years, even before my time with the band. And I know that they played at the original Black Forge Coffee, and this was their second show. But their lighting production, if you will, is very DIY, but it is such an awesome. It's so wonderful to watch, because they set it up in like seconds, and they're using PVC piping, and the lights are diffused, and they have like can lights from the bottom, and they're all tied to, I think, through MIDI. And again, it's like it's plug and play, and it's done. And I wish I was that technically savvy.
what are they called again?
Junius,
Junius.
yeah.
Interesting.
I had a band on recently from Chicago called Artillery and Storm, and they do. I think I sent them I exchanged your all's profiles because they do lights too. But the
Oh yeah, I remember you tagging us in that.
yeah,
I remember seeing that.
Eric does he actually builds lights, like the filaments and all that. Like he builds lights.
Hmm.
So he's pretty much the brain of that production.
That's
So
awesome.
I wanted to hook you guys up, and maybe you can just go blind the crap out of the entire country, go on tour or something. You know?
Yeah. Wait, where's he based?
Who? The
The guy you were just
Eric?
talking about.
Chicago.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So yeah, they were cool. He's actually in a pop trio also. Well, he could
Nice.
make it a quattro, I guess, because he'd be four. Anyway, he's in a pop group called Arm the Animal or And the Animal. I keep on this. Isn't there a band called Arm the Animals or something like that? Maybe I need to Google that. But they're called And the Animal,
Maybe.
and they do pop. So that was a different show, but we had them on like sort of after Artillery and Storm was on. So anyway, I don't know if they do lights for that one, but you know, whatever. So To Bloom has been working on more stuff, right?
Yeah.
More songs.
Yeah. We've been trying to really hash out some more tunes. We've been playing a lot of the same songs over and over again. We've had a lot of shows booked this past year. This summer was just a slew of them, and then especially in October, one in November, and just a bunch of shows coming up, which we managed to squeeze in some new material for. But like, it was more just like snippets of new songs that we kind of got done in between shows that were just kind of diamonds in the rough. But yeah, no, we've been we've been trying to write a lot more. We just went to the studio earlier this month actually and recorded some drum tracks for 2 new songs and then a fun cover. So
Which
yeah.
cover? You don't want to dispel that yet?
I'm not telling,
Ah,
but it's fun.
what was
Yeah.
your big news that you wanted to? Did you want to say that on the show?
Yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to say that on the show. So the reason that the EP sounds, great, we actually approached Jamie King, who did the mixing on a lot of stuff for the Contortionist, a lot of mixing and mastering, and we
Ooh.
approached him, and he actually had a really reasonable like fee for all that. So we just had him, mix and master the whole EP, and he was very just engaged the entire way through the process and very prompt and just lovely to work with. And he made it sound the way we wanted it to sound.
It
So,
sounds excellent. It really does.
yeah.
Bruno was kind of teasing me on as through the process. He was sending me little samples
Oh, was he?
on Instagram. Of course, it wasn't wasn't the same as hearing it. Now that it's out, I was gonna play just a little bit. I don't want to play the entire thing, but I mean I do.
Go for
I
it.
do, but but
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just kind of sample this. Just I mean you can just tell the difference.
I find myself in my own mind, paying no mind to this life. Everything breathes, yet always still choices inside. Cut down the trees.
Just basically, what I wanted to highlight there was that you couldn't really hear that as well. I don't think on the other recording. Is it just me?
Yeah.
That
It was
seems
kind
like-
of. What's that?
It seems like that part's brighter there towards the guitar.
Yeah, the lead part. It was a little buried, I think, before. I think the previous mix we were kind of going for more of like a post-hardcore thing, but this one we wanted it to be, especially with this song, like very open and very kind of like atmospheric, like almost kind of like what a lot of the newer stuff that the Contortionist has been doing, just
Yeah.
kind of like cascading and just like open. So and I think Jamie King like kind of nailed it.
Kind of puts a new I guess spin on it, or not spin, but it just kind of. I don't know. I could tell difference basically, just from hearing it.
Those drums were very punchy, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yes.
looking forward to hearing, not on, cheapy Apple headphones, like proper,
Sure.
proper headphones,
Hands. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice,
It's
thank you.
amazing. Yeah. It's phenomenal work. I can't imagine what you guys have in store. I really can't.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we have some other stuff coming up. Not so much like as ethereal as that, but definitely like we kind of want to get like a good balance of like atmospheric and like some punchy, like you said. So that's what we're shooting for. And a lot of the song, I talked about us writing like a full LP. A lot of those songs hadn't even been finished yet. Some of them are nowhere near being finished. So I'm really excited to see how a lot of those pan out. But what we do have, I'm really excited about.
I was trying to see what was the one that wasn't the one that I hadn't heard before is I think it was Scarlet, wasn't it?
Scarlet, yeah.
That was the newest. That's the newest one that's on there, and
That's the only one that wasn't released as a single beforehand.
right. Yeah, and that has Dylan McBride in it,
Yes,
and Marionette we'll talk about in a second because that's what this is back here. But
I think I saw that.
expand on who Dylan McBride is for those that might not be familiar.
Yeah, Dylan McBride is the vocalist, and I don't know if he plays anything else. Bruno is more in contact with him, but he's the vocalist of Lilac Kings, and they're a really cool post-hardcore band, kind of like higher register vocals, but he's very powerful, and
He has very high register.
very
Dylan does.
but like strong vocal approach. And
I started listening to them actually after you guys were on because you were telling me about them.
oh yeah,
And I started checking them out. Yeah.
When you say
Yeah, they're-
high register vocals, are we talking like early Kellen Quinn, or are we talking
Like Kurt
early
Travis.
Emarosa? Are we talking like, give me a gauge here?
like think like Kurt Travis.
Okay.
Or kind of like Johnny Craig, but less grit,
Less
R-
gritty. Okay.
yeah,
Less
less
southern,
R&B.
less
From,
bluesy. Okay. Okay. There's
Who's the guy
another
from
one.
Royal Coda.
Yeah,
Who's the guy from Royal Coda?
Or,
Kind of sounds like
That's-
him.
Is it
that's Kurt Travis.
Tillian?
Yeah.
Not as high as Tillian.
Not as high as Tillian.
Well,
Tillian
yeah,
throws
so-
some crazy highs.
Yeah, he's bonkers.
He had a feature on an I the Mighty song.
Oh,
That
I know
was crazy high. It was at the very end of the song. I forgot what song it is.
I know what you're talking about. It's been years since I've heard it, but I know what you're talking about.
I was trying to get to that
Yeah.
point, that part where he was going to. It's a. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My gosh. That's high.
Now I'm slipping, losing grip in everything.
Yeah.
Oh man. And now is this, so I do have to get going here in a minute. So I'll sign off.
Yeah.
But before I do, because I want to actually remember this. Is this released? Can I hear
Yes.
it now?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Go to
Nice.
Spotify. Go to Pandora. Pick up you the nearest conch shell on the beach. Put your ear to it. Yeah, it's everywhere.
A
Cool.
healing
You
kind
can't
of
get
pain.
away from it.
This is I feel like this is the most organic thing you could do, because naturally I feel like such an idiot because I had 0 seconds to research to Bloom.
Oh,
But
sure.
you can
Hey.
see that I'm actually adding it to my phone. Like
Hell yeah.
I'm going
For your
to
friends.
your latest release. I'm going to download.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so that way it's like I now can actually listen to it. But
Nice.
it was a pleasure meeting you, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for inviting me and inviting
Yes.
Empathize to
yes,
join
thanks
your
thanks for coming.
your interview. Thank you for being a pillar of live shows. Appreciate it. You for the follow back.
That's you.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we look forward to shows in 2023, wherever they may be, whether it's in your state, in Pittsburgh, whatever. We'll
We'll
figure
see
it
you
out.
there. We'll see you there for sure.
You guys be well. Take care. Happy New Year. It was a
Yeah, you
pleasure
too.
talking to you both. Until
Yeah.
next time. All right.
Yeah. We'll see you.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Thanks, man. Good to meet you.
This here is
Amanda.
this
Let's
is a
see.
marionette.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
talking to you about this on your show. Okay.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is Pale. This is Pale Jackson, and I'll tell you why.
What?
Pale Jackson. So,
Oh,
Michael Jackson, but it's Pale Jackson.
fuck yes.
Basically, it was the idea I wanted to make I wanted to make Michael Jackson, and he came out like this, so he's Pale Jackson. But I introduced him to the Keep Mania Live audience and told that story when I had the French band on Fear of Tomorrow.
What are they called?
They're called Fear of Tomorrow. They're kind of
Tomorrow.
I wouldn't even how to guess genre wise. Kind of shoegaze, but not
Ooh.
like rocky kind of shoegaze. Like it's pretty. It's good. It's good stuff. First time I ever had a band on from France. So that's
Drivey shoegaze.
drivey rocky shoegaze.
Okay, I like that.
Good stuff. But yeah, they since French and marionettes, I decided I had to pull him out of the closet from my mom's house, and he was tangled. He's still tangled. I can't get him untangled. He just kind of, he flops.
Comes with the territory.
He's just all just tangled up everywhere. I had to cut some of the cords just to get his arms to come around to the front.
Oh damn.
But I wanted to. I think I don't know. I think I sent you guys a picture of him when I found him or something. I don't know.
I think so, but yeah, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
glad I got to meet him.
Marionette, yeah, that's
yeah.
him. But yeah, Pale Jackson, I just kind of named him that recently because he was supposed to be Michael Jackson, and well, I guess he's Michael Jackson later on in life, right?
Sure, yeah, he did become pale. Not
That's
ginger though. I
that's
don't
when I can
remember
do
him
this. See, yeah,
being- Hell yes.
I have that now.
Soundboard.
I have upgraded significantly since you guys were on. Gosh, that was back in.
You said like June or something, right?
I'd have to go back and look. I don't know. I don't remember when anybody's on. A long time ago. It
It's
wasn't
in
that
the-
long ago though. It was within the last year, I think.
It's in the email. Originally on episode 117 back in June.
Okay, that wasn't that long ago then.
No.
165 tonight.
Yeah,
Um,
nice.
Yeah. What was I saying? I do. Oh, I don't know. I do this all the time.
Oh, you're good. You were talking about Pale Jackson and then
Yeah.
and I think non sequitur. Let's go.
I don't know. I don't know how it happened. I'm thinking about asking Bruno to be to do a guest vocalist spot. Me and my buddy Mike. Oh, that's another thing I got to do here in a second. But my buddy Mike stays with me on the couch now. He's just I didn't give him a room. No, he's in that room there. But
Sure.
me and him, he plays guitar, and you know I play a little bit of guitar, and we've written 5 songs, and we're gonna release an EP. We have some other friends doing some some guitar work and some bass and some drums.
Cool.
And I have a song it's got some lyrics on it that I'm having difficulties with the pitch, with the octave. And Bruno would be perfect because he's got that range like a son of a bitch, you know. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll have
Nice.
to-
Yeah.
I'll ask him what his fee is.
Reach out to him. Yeah. That'll be exciting for him. I think. Yeah. I think he'd appreciate that.
We'll have to get you
Yeah.
on some guitar parts too. This is going to be one of those EPs of like, you know, there's a name. The name's Natural Cause. I'll send you we have an Instagram. I'll send you a follow.
Yeah. I'd love to hear that.
But we, you know, it's me and Mike's thing core, but it's not. It's whoever wants to play, basically. You know, whoever
Cool.
wants to be on it.
Nice, dude.
We don't have a band. It's not our band. It's not my band. I don't know.
It's the communal band.
It's the friendship band.
Yeah.
The Friends. Natural Cause and Friends.
That's pretty dope.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've gotten this since you've been on this guitar.
Yeah. That's nice. What brand is that?
Michael Kelly.
Huh?
Michael Kelly.
Michael Kelly. Cool.
Whoops.
That's pretty.
Freaking
Damn.
yeah. Michael Kelly. Yeah. This thing sounds beautiful. Actually,
yeah.
After I bought that, I put it on Instagram and tagged Michael Kelly. They actually responded. Welcome to
really?
Michael Kelly family. I'm like, really? So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like you get like Gibson or Fender to say, "Yeah, welcome to the Fender family." You know.
No. Yeah.
I thought that was nice.
They're like, get in line.
Like,
I mean, that said, I love Fender. So if anyone from Fender is watching,
yeah, yes.
sponsor me.
Tell him, send him a snap. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit me up on my MySpace.
Do you do TikTok? Does Bloom have a TikTok?
We have one. We don't really post on it a whole lot.
I don't
Mostly
go
just
on it.
updates and things like that. Bruno is more the one for that, I think, and even then, it's like kind of an afterthought for now.
MySpace is still around.
I know. Yeah. It kind of revamped itself.
There's a Keep Me Alive MySpace, but I think my only friend is Tom. So
Oh.
remember him?
Yeah.
Everybody's friends with Tom.
Yeah. I knew Tom before the show even. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's right.
How would I go way back? But no, yeah, Tom was great.
He still looks the same. Actually, it's the same picture.
But what's that?
That MySpace Tom picture is the same picture from before. Like
Oh,
at his desk or whatever.
nice.
Yeah, that.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
Cool, man. What any big plans for 2023 or small plans? Like,
you know,
maybe-
I kind of like I said, I'm trying to get some guests back on that were on previously. You know, back a while ago, and on the 3rd of January, Shane Masters is coming back, and he was on, I think, episode 12, a long time ago, back when it was on Facebook.
Damn. Okay.
He was
wow.
actually the first one because I used to only do the shows on Mondays. I called it Manic Monday, and I didn't know I didn't even know there was a song called Manic Monday that sucks. That song's terrible. but I had no idea until somebody finally told me on the show. But
Isn't that like Blondie or something?
it was the same band that does Walk Like an Egyptian.
Oh.
Egyptian.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But that song was decent. I would cover that song, you know, maybe. But but yeah, they did that Manic Monday. That's not why I called it. I thought I was being clever, you know.
Yeah.
Many a thing. But so I finally realized that, you know, not everybody is available to do a show on Mondays. So Shane Masters was the first to do it on a Tuesday, and he brought he's a country singer, and he brought his entire band down here except for drums. There was a violin player in this room, a violin player, a keyboard player. Shane sings and plays guitar, and then there was a female singer at the time.
Word. Okay.
And
Cool.
brought the whole thing down here, and we did it from here. And then he just kind of exploded after that, and he's been down in Florida and South Carolina, and just it's all over the place, and playing, and I guess by himself. I don't think he's really. I'd have to ask him when he's here, but he'll be here on the 3rd, and hopefully he'll play. And
Cool.
he's sitting right here, so that'll be fun. That'd be he's actually one of the first stickers on the thing up there.
Nice.
You can't see
Good
it. It's
shit.
above you can see the lip of it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Is that like
I
a
can
drum head?
pan. I can pan. I don't know. I'm very sophisticated technology. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Shane's
More doubt.
is way up on the top. That black one. above.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I see that.
Yep. I'm actually on. I'm actually on these two now because that one's completely full.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are drum heads. That one's a djembe head, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Cool, man.
I'm just like I said, yeah, I'm just kind of circling through. Oh, I've gotten a new. I had to get a new marquee. I think I had the white one when you guys were on before, the long white one. I had to get a new one because that white one, I have it up on the wall without the frame because it got destroyed.
What
over time.
happened?
It just kept falling off the wall. We'd be playing in here, jamming and stuff, and the drums vibrations on the wall. You just keep falling off the wall.
Oh
They
man.
would shatter every time, even though the floor is carpet. But they're not made of anything. It's like particle board. I don't know why that looks sideways. I don't know. Whatever. All because my phone's sideways. That's why.
Oh, I see. Looks okay to me. Looks good from here.
It's very it's different. It's unique. Unique.
Yeah, Dutch angles.
But I had to get this one. Well, I didn't have to. I was just gonna stop doing it altogether. You know how I change it at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I had that white one. It was duct taped and glued, and I couldn't deal with it. So I think I went 2 shows without doing it, and then I went to Target, and they had them again. I was like, shit, I have to. I couldn't not get it.
It's meant
But
to
the
be.
problem is I can't use the letters from the other one because the other letters are black, and you can't see it.
Yeah.
But that kind of sucks because there's some bands. I had a band on from Lafayette, Louisiana called 7, not 6, not 8, 7.
7.
But the way their logo is there's 3 V's. So there's 2 lowercase and then one uppercase in the middle. So I to do the marquee correctly, I took the extra Y's. Actually, I still have them down there in the bag. I took the extra Y's and took a Sharpie and Sharpied out the bottom,
Oh wow.
and made little V's and put it, so it made it on the marquee. Damn it.
Nice.
The sacrifices, it's all about the sacrifices.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Nice.
That's right. And actually, I did that show from Charlotte when I went down to the Milestone the first time in the hotel room.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot more in-person interviews back in the day before COVID, and then kind of once it hit, kind of expanded outward to?
It varies. I don't know. I do a few here, or out there. I don't know. I like to do more over Zoom because I feel like I have more control, and I have more room to improvise. If I'm somewhere else, excuse me, I did a pre-recorded interview with Costa Casanova at Milestone this last time I went down and came back and edited. Thank God it wasn't very long because editing sucks. It really,
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did this show live because I could edit all of these, but I just don't want to. I need
It's
to
a
move
lot.
myself back over here. It's a lot of time, and it would take a long time. I would never be at 165 episodes ever. There'd be no way. The amount of time I've done 4 shows in a week, 2 in one day, one time. That's way too much. I'm not going to do that anymore. But then on the 14th, that I was telling Dean about when Dean was on, Fall of Babylon's CD release show is the 14th of January, and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to pre-record that one. Just because it's not going to be like a full-blown episode. It's just going to be a sit down and, hey, how you doing? This is your album release kind of thing, So
Nice.
that I can handle. I can handle that much editing. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't need any more than that.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Short, sweet, to
I
the
got
point.
I got a new mixer since you were on too, and it's also a multi-tracker, so I can record with it. But I'm just terrible at this technology stuff, and I know it's not that difficult, like DAWs and all that stuff. I can't figure it out. But
We have a soundboard, so I think you're doing pretty good.
well, yeah, I can get it to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes there's hiccups, but man, there's things like like Acute Mania Live.
I thought that was just like hissing static for a second.
Oh no, it's a crowd.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome. No. But no, it's got these sound pads on it, and I can do that one, and but
Nice.
it's got there's room for more, and you can put your own in there too. I just haven't got to that point yet. I have an
Sure.
EP I have an EP to record, and I have a podcast to run, and things.
You're busy.
I'm not that busy. I have time. Well, I did buy I bought a vocal processor.
Oh, word.
Does Bruno use one? Like when you guys are playing out live?
No, he mostly just plugs straight into the mixer. You know what he does use is he uses in-ear monitors so he can hear himself singing. He'll do that. He usually uses an SM58 hooked up with a in-ear monitors. He did for Christmas. His girlfriend got him this really nice Telefunken, like golden Telefunken mic, which is like that's pretty high quality. So I
have
foresee him using that a lot.
I have a gold one, but it's not that brand. I think it's Electro. No, I don't. I'd have to get it and see. It's in the closet. But yeah,
Word.
gold.
No, but it looks crazy. Like it looks really cool.
So he'd sing like at shows and he'll sing with it and stuff. The gold
I
one.
think so. Yeah. Probably like he has like this really cool like golden blazer that he might throw on just to match with it.
That's awesome.
This is my wish list. This is my show wish list.
There you go.
Yeah. Actually, if you don't mind, we did some pretty cool stuff back around Halloween time. We did so Bruno had the idea. He's Mexican. He's from Michoacan, and he really likes the look of luchador masks. So he suggested we all wear luchador masks for
What is that?
Halloween.
What is that?
What's that?
What is that? What is that? You're talking about the masks?
Oh, you've seen like Sin Cara or like other like luchadors, like basically like Mexican wrestlers.
Oh
that
yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
they wear like the mask that's like all glittered out, glitzed out, and it has like a hole for your mouth, but like otherwise it covers your face. We bought some of those, from some spot in Texas, so like right by the border, and
Of course.
yeah, we wore those for a few shows. We played one at this spot out in Portland called Kelly's Olympian, and that was pretty cool. We kind of dressed up a little bit for it. It was fun.
You all wore those masks for that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I need
kinda-
to see a picture of this.
What's that?
I need to send me a picture of that if you have one.
I will. Yeah. It's there's actually we they're on our website. We have a website now
Oh,
too.
sweet.
Yeah. Can I pull it up on the chat and send you a link?
Yeah. You can do that.
Awesome. Here, one sec. But anyway, so we also played a show on Halloween night, and it was kind of crazy. It was like it was underneath a bridge, just very like pretty DIY. The website by the way is twobloom.co, I think.
Not com.
Some crazy. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. No, not .com, .co.
Co. Like company.
Yeah. But if you punch that in, it took me right there. So
Nice. I will
all
do
is
that.
well. Anyway, we played underneath a bridge, and it was kind of crazy. Lots of like young kiddos out there, like all dressed up, and it was a little cold, but we all like most of us wore like Bruno and I like dressed up in like really nice suits, and then our drummer had like a dress shirt on, which God bless him, and then our bassist Sean, he was wearing a a Panic at the Disco tank top. It was pretty great. But we all had the luchador masks on. It was the loudest I've ever played. Like everyone kept saying I had to keep turning up, so I just put my amp on at full blast, and it was
Oh man.
so loud.
Now,
But it was
under
a-
a bridge. I'm thinking it was the roof of the bridge like near you, or was it like high up bridge?
It was right above us. It was a pretty high bridge, but it was right above us. It needed to be because it was raining. Portland in October.
Yeah.
You like that?
Anytime in Portland, really, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's been raining a lot. It snowed. When I was
Oh.
taking the train out to here to California from Portland, it snowed a bunch, and I was worried that my train was going to get canceled. It had already gotten delayed a bunch.
Is it pretty safe on a train? I never done like a train. I've done a train ride, like a dummy kid train ride, but like an actual train to somewhere. Like, is it relatively safe?
Yeah, there was just other technical difficulties with that night, but yeah, once I was on it and we were moving, it was fine.
I can't even really tell. Can you? Is it loud? You would think it'd be loud, like clickety clack, like the whole time.
No,
That's what I'm
No.
thinking.
it was pretty mellow snow too, so
Yeah.
it doesn't ever get too crazy out in
We were
Oregon.
we were cold, very bitterly cold over Christmas, like before Christmas and during. It was Christmas Day. It was 9 degrees, and the wind chill was like -13 overnight. I mean, it was.
Damn.
I mean, it gets cold here. And sometimes it'll get like that, but not until like end of January. Like never before Christmas. But it's just, and today it was 55. It's like so. It fluctuates. I think it's supposed to be like 65 next Tuesday. Or
Oh.
this Tuesday. So I mean, it's so weird here. But that doesn't happen in January. Like we won't get to 60, barely even 50. And it gets downright cold. But not that. I mean, that was. I think the whole country was dealing with that though. They were saying was I like to talk about the weather on the show sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The weather has been pretty fucked up lately. I know that a lot of I'm glad I didn't fly because apparently a lot of flights
Southwest
like
is having a difficult time.
yes, a lot of flights got canceled recently. So
Yeah.
really glad I didn't fly. And I kind of wish I'd driven because I
How
would have not.
far are you from Portland?
I'm let's see, driving, I'm like 10, 11 hours away from Portland.
How far on a train is that?
It was like 21 hours, I think.
Oh,
something like
it's
that. With it's supposed to be more like 17 hours, but there were heavy delays, like I said. So
It's like a Greyhound almost. The train.
yeah,
Is it Amtrak?
it is Amtrak. Yeah,
Amtrak, okay. So that'd be because I know some people will take a bus, like the Greyhound, and it takes so long because they stop so many places. And
exactly.
you stop and wait forever.
Yeah, I mean the train did do a bunch of stops, but luckily the wait was only a few minutes. It was mostly just to get other people on board, and then there were a few stops, like dedicated stops where you could go out and like have a cigarette break. But
Can you get up and walk around while the train's moving?
oh yeah, big time. I went to the cafe a bunch, bought some drinks, like
Oh, they
I
have
like
like
to try.
like a cafe car, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, they had
Wow.
like they had some food. It wasn't good food, but it was food, and they had
bar?
beers, and they had like cocktails in a can, and it was nice.
Do they have like a lounge car where it's like a bar and like somebody playing soft jazz in the back?
Just about. They had a observatory car like right above the cafe, and you could sit down, and it was kind of loungy.
And shit.
And
Have one of those like glass enclosed tops where you just look out and you like look at the stars.
more just about. Yeah, I
Really?
think it wasn't like all the way glass throughout, but it was just about there. It was like big glass windows. It was nice. I hung out there a little bit, and
I'm sure we
Yeah.
have Amtrak around here. You would think that they would somewhere. I mean, not like I don't think they do in West Virginia, but like I don't know if Pittsburgh does. That would have been a good question for Dean.
oh
Dean's, yeah, I wanted to grab Dean because last year when I did this year in review show, Cy and Paul's the drummer for Amplifiers and Cy's the lead singer, and they were
Right.
on. It was just kind of like a last minute thing. Like I was online and I was like, I'm going to do this show, and I was actually talking to Cy about something, and I was like, hey, would you want to jump on this show with me and just kind of just talk about the year? And he's like, yeah, let me see if I can grab Paul. I'm like, okay. So it was like right then, like 5 minutes before we started. It was awesome.
nice, cool, man.
So I appreciate you coming on and chilling for a little bit.
Yeah, no, happy to chill. I don't know how late I'll be able to stay. I do.
I'm not gonna. We're about ready to tie it up. I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but
I wanted
no,
to kind of play a little bit of Wander, just a tad bit, so I can go to the room.
I will not stop you.
To the lavatory, I guess. Did they call it a lavatory on the train?
The lavatory or the bathrooms.
To the lab. In London, they say the loo.
The
I need
loo.
loo. I have a bonnet on my car. I don't know. I'll
Um,
just play a little bit of this, and I'll rush.
Oh, you're good. Would you also be able to? Could I put in a request?
No. Yeah, you
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. I was like, it's your show, man.
yeah,
But I really liked Dean. I liked meeting him. Could you be able to put on a bit of amplifiers just so I kind of
yes,
know
I
how
will
they
do that.
sound?
I will do that instead. I will
Oh, sure.
force my listeners and your listeners to go download the To Bloom album because it's freaking amazing.
Please, yes, make them
And let's see.
because
I
they will not listen to me. No, I'm kidding.
I tell everybody, dude. I use a lot of your stuff for intro and outro. I try to match up intros and outros to the show, or at least the intro.
Yeah, I
And,
noticed that. I appreciate it.
um,
Yeah, I get those little
I love it.
updates.
Make sure I tag those folks. Let's see. I kind of want to play Redemption Song.
Do
Even
it.
though it's,
I trust you. I haven't heard a peep of their stuff yet.
okay, here's Redemption Song. It's a little bit long, so we'll cut it when I come back. Oh yeah. I can't wait for some more amplifiers.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
dig
let's
that.
see. That album was 20. Is it? Oh, I can't.
Oh, I just had it pulled up.
Yeah, it was a while. It was a while ago. They're
That was
due.
Redemption Song, was it?
Yeah, that was Redemption. Yep.
2013. Damn.
Yeah. So, it's they're definitely due.
Yeah.
Actually,
Right
I
on.
have their. Yeah. So, their
Ooh, is that a CD?
album. Their albums, yeah, their albums were old porno cases.
Oh, really? Fuck yes.
Recycled porno cases. Yep.
I love that.
I had to have. It's called Obsolete. Is the name of the album.
Nice.
I was
nice.
like, you must send me a copy. They're like, well, we have to dig one up. Oh, and they do, well, they did candles, like, just candles. It smells like, well, it smells like amplifiers.
Candles.
Yeah, like they had, I don't,
They commissioned
I
candles. That's
think
dope as hell.
they're, well, yeah, the candle maker was a Pittsburgh, it was a Pittsburgh product, so they just kind of worked with them. It was just this little jar that says amplifiers on the side, and it smells really good. They have a few left. I don't know if I don't think they're remaking them, but that's I mean, a pretty good idea for some merch, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heck
Yeah,
with
two
a
of
mug,
them.
get a candle, you know. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I usually have. I used to have a shelf behind me, and I had one of their candles up there.
Oh,
I'm on my second amplifiers candle. That's I mean, it
nice.
smells really good. I can't remember what all was in it, or what the smell was. We talked about that on the show that we did down at Musical Man. We talked about that smell again, and I can't.
Dean just followed me on Instagram. I just saw
He's
while
the
the song
man.
was playing, so I'll hit him up about it.
Yeah,
Like, what's it smell
Dean
like,
is the
bro?
man. Definitely, he's very musically inclined.
Nice.
As you are, you know, like there's, you know, a lot of
Yeah.
people are musically inclined, but a lot of people like knowledgeable with what sounds like what, you know.
Hell yeah.
I'm terrible at that. I mean, the amount of bands that I talk to, they're all different, but I just sometimes I just cannot think of who. But I hate saying, okay, your band sounds like this, you know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, your band sounds like your band, you know.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Sounds like To Bloom. I don't think you guys sound like anybody, honestly.
Thank you. That's
You have your
kind
own
of what we're going for. Yeah, we want to try to like have some originality to our sound, like with like references to like maybe other styles,
Yeah,
but like
yeah. I mean,
still
you
be
can
our
hear different styles in there for sure. There's a little bit of jazz in there. Like, is it the Arizona breakdown at the end? I'm thinking that's just I can't remember. I have to go back and listen again. But
Ooh.
so, I listen all the time anyway. But there's a little jazz feel, just a hint of I don't know.
Thank you. Yeah, no, Wander definitely has a little jazzy part in there.
Maybe it's that one. Yeah, maybe it's that. I don't know. They're all good. I
Thank you.
need more. Every time
Me
I talk,
too, man. Me too.
every time I talk to
Definitely.
Dean, I'm like, so when's the next song? When's the next album? It's the first thing I asked him when he got on Zoom.
Nice.
How's the album going? Yeah. Hey,
Good
thanks,
shit.
man, for joining me tonight. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry Bruno couldn't make it. He didn't
Time
get
I'm
back to me.
pissed off. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Send him a letter. No, I think maybe he got his wires crossed or something, because you know it's 9 p.m. for you, but for us it was like 6 p.m. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he got confused by that or anything, but
We'll have you guys back when you get your other stuff.
that'd be dope.
Your
Yeah,
LP on or
the LP. We'll do
I don't
a whole episode.
want to wait till you release it. Let's get a couple singles out or something, and we'll do this. You know,
Yeah, gesticulate,
Pale's waiting.
jazz hands,
Yeah,
pale. Yeah.
theremin hands. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys or theremin? You guys use a theremin?
No, but we should.
I've thought about getting one, but I think I'd get tired. You know, you would.
It's kind of a one-trick pony. It sounds cool, but
That pop band I had on they use one.
okay, damn.
Yeah. And that
Nice.
and a hand pan, and I don't know, something else.
Hand pan. I thought you said hand
one of those.
pen, and I was like, I don't know.
I
If
guess
that
it's
is.
a drum. A drum.
Yes, those are actually cool, like a steel drum
Yeah.
type deal.
They did like
Yeah,
a
those-
song that had like a Brazil, like a not like a kind of a salsa kind of feel to it, and so they had the Han Pan.
I love that.
On Pan. I want to end the show tonight with the intro and outro for tonight was just bands I that are on my playlist. Of course, you guys are, but you know you're on the show.
Yeah,
You actually made it on the show, so you know.
yeah.
But I chose Chalk Hands was at the beginning. They're a band out of the UK that I had on, and they're going to be on again at some point, I'm sure. But so that was what the beginning was, and the song was called Teeth and Nails. But the outro song tonight is awesome. I met them at an Amplifiers show. They Amplifiers opened for them at Black Forge Coffee Shop, or no, I mean Asaba opened for Amplifiers at Black Forge Coffee in Pittsburgh, and that's how I met them. And they came on shortly after that. Really, it's just phenomenal. This song it's called 25. It's a really good song, and check it out. I'm going to change the marquee from this to Shane Masters because he'll be on the 3rd at 6 p.m. So it'll be 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
I'm,
Nice.
I'm getting it.
Oh
And
yeah.
If you're in the UK, it's 6 hours ahead.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Some of the early shows that I do, I think Tom's going to join me for the Shane show too. Since he's 6 hours ahead, I try to get him for the early ones because it's late for him there. But anyway.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely.
Thanks, man. It was fun reminiscing with you and looking forward and backwards and forwards and chatting with you again and drinking
Yeah, you too, man.
drinking wine and beverages with you and talking.
Yeah.
with
Well,
trains-
it's been empty for a minute, but yeah,
trains and
no,
the weather, and such.
absolutely.
Let me know what's going on with you guys and tease me a sample of a new release and I will tease it. I'll tease the crap out of it. I'll tickle
Nice.
myself and I don't know.
We'll keep you posted, dude. Yeah, it's I'm excited. It's slow going right now, but I think we're gonna get it cooking before too long.
Tell Bruno I said hello and the rest of the guys, even though I have not met them yet, that they must be on when you guys are on. They must be on.
I'll let them know, man. Thank you.
You
Yeah.
can take a break. Bruno has to be on definitely next time. I was going to give him a break.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can take a break. But
His
you're
shift.
welcome back. Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Here's Estava with 25, and I will see you guys. Would that be the 3rd? Be next. I don't know. Next week, Thursday.
Checks out.
I don't know.
Oh,
Is it?
I don't know.
I
I don't think Thursday.
Is it Wednesday?
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Oh, he's coming back on a Tuesday.
Going up on a
Going back.
Tuesday.
Coming back on it. Isn't that a song? Anyway, I didn't do it. So here's Asaba. Asaba is from Akron area and with 25. Thanks, Kevin. I'll see you, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too, man. Happy New Year.
I turn the volume back up.